Today is spring in Savannah. We're really happy about that. And welcome to the show tonight. We have an excellent show, a fabulous presentation, and a fabulous person who's going to be presenting it. There's a raffle going on. I guess if you're in, you see Jeff or Stan over there. We have an excursion trip for 12 people. I guess you can negotiate with Mike Neal if you wish to add a few people, but it's he has a 45-foot what do you call a what? A BOAD. Ah, thank you. It's a pontoon boat. It's a 45-foot pontoon boat. I can fix it. Do that later. And please see Jeff and Stan for additional tickets. And anytime during my presentation, you're welcome to go up and buy some. Here's the agenda for this evening. We typically have some fishing stories and talk about a little bit about lagoon guides. We have the fish fry that was held on January 28th, and volunteer of the year. We're going to talk about from Dave DeVore. He's here. You're not ready, but not now. No, I got to get there. And then we have our guest speaker who really has a terrific program for us about Gray's Reef remote operated vehicles underwater competition. And that's Jody Patterson sitting over there. And then we're going to ask Dave DeVore to come up and wrap the meeting up. So fishing stories. Does anyone have a fishing story? Tillman, please. Keep it short though. The left or right? Yeah.
It's a full moon, and it influences the tide to make it big, but it also influences fish behavior. And I noticed that in a big black drum, probably yay big, and redfish all get to the surface. And they were doing what's called a daisy chain. They were going in circles. And I just tossed my mullet, and I caught two, probably in 30 minutes.
Wow. Congratulations. Good. Good. Anyone else have a fishing story they'd like to share with us? We have a couple of pictures here. Does anybody know what happened during the seining? Yes, Jeff. I thought, oh, this is the electrofishing. I'd say. Do you happen to know the names of the people on the left? Oh, my left, your left too. Tim Flanagan. I know this guy in the middle. You know, that's the fellow who keeps correcting me all the time. But and then on the right, Tim, you told me that you were seining. You were electrofishing. Okay, I guess so. So on the right, you have a picture of Tim Forbes and Mark Anderson. Tim beat the heck out of him. Yes, sir. Oh, that's cheating a little bit. And in the middle on the bottom is John Duran, who's not here tonight. He had to go home, and he's holding a red fish that's about 18 inches long. he said he caught a 20-inch trout that had tons of eggs in it. I said, why didn't you take that picture? But anyway, so we've had some excellent activity in the lagoons over here. And then one of our contributors and donators and supporters, Bass Pro, had an event that occurred over the weekend, and we had a couple of our people that went out to assist them. Bill, Jeff, anybody want to say something? Thanks, Jeff. And talking about fish fry and volunteers, and I'd like to ask Dave DeVore to come up and talk about the next couple of slides, please. Now. You know how to use this, right?
Where's the mic?
Here's the mic.
Live now? Okay. So every year when we have our annual fish fry, we recognize our volunteer of the year. And we run on volunteers. We're all volunteers. And volunteering is critical to what we do. Building on the story of Bass Pro, I got a 911 call from Bass Pro. They're short-staffed and they needed help step up. And they're a major contributor to us. And we just happened to have 2 nice grant requests into them. And the feedback from their management was really good. You guys did a great job. You had a lot of fun, ate a lot of hot dogs, and hopefully we get a happy ending with these grant requests we have into them. So initially, I'd like to recognize a new category. Volunteer Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year. So we have a number of programs toward the younger demographics here on the island. So we have to. So we have a number of programs. We introduced the Castaway Club about 5 years ago, and then we went through a pandemic in that we had 5 Castaway clubs that were very well received, and then we kind of went on to a sabbatical. And so this year it was resurrected by our Volunteer Rookie of the Year, Susie Fusco. Susie, would you stand up? She's not here. She left. So I was sitting next to her. It was obviously something I said. Okay. I'll tell you what, we'll embarrass her next month. Okay, we'll take care of her next month. So, but our volunteer of the year is Paulette Hamilton. So Paulette, I love to turn you a bright pink. So come on up here. Let me embarrass you a little bit. So look at that picture. Now this is for your decorating for your house. The picture of Paulette, it's about 5 years ago. I found that picture of you. And here's a gift certificate for the club here. So thank you very much. Is there anything you'd like to say? Paulette doesn't like to talk. He doesn't like to be in front of people, but Paulette has really changed and improved on what we do here with her knowledge of her digital technology. Next to Tillman, Paulette right here does a great job. So thank you, Paulette, very much. Here's you. I'm looking for. Okay. Next thing I want to talk about is I'm going to introduce CCA
Yes. Yeah, our banquet is coming up on Tuesday, May the 3rd, 6 p.m. at the Palmetto Club. Hopefully, you've seen some of our invitations that we sent out. We're still out canvassing, trying to get folks aware of the event. About 5 weeks away now. How many people here have been to a CCA banquet? Okay, lots of you. So you know what to expect. I wanted to give you an example or two of some of the auction items that we're going to have up for bid this year. On the silent auction side, we've got gift cards for dining, Elizabeth's on 37th, Ruth Chris, Bonefish, etc. Got some guided inshore fishing trips. We have downtown night stays at the Hyatt and the Best Western, fishing equipment for experienced and new anglers. We have a trial membership at the Carefree Boat Club. That's a 90-day membership trial. And I think it gives you a big discount if you decide to join. And we have an annual event that we captured here in the silent auction. We have a live alligator catch with Trapper Jack. As a matter of fact, I saw Trapper Jack on Saturday, Deer Creek behind number 5, 10-foot alligator. So big he couldn't get it in his truck. He had to get a winch or something. Anyway, yes. On the live auction side, we have an oyster roast that we officially have auctioned off for 50 people. Oyster roast and a barbecue down at the Sunset Room. We got a weekend getaway at the Plant Riverside Marriott. How many have been to Plant Riverside? Terrific place. Haven't been there, you got to get down. Quail hunt at the Dorchester Shooting Preserve. Dinner for 10 at the Landings Club. We have a day of falconry that we're auctioning off. Anybody ever done falconry? A couple of you. I did it a couple of years back. It's fantastic. They really do a great job. This is the one that has the eagle up at Statesboro, Georgia Southern. He also has several other birds of prey. They'll take you out, and it's really a great day. And then we have a Florida Everglades fishing adventure for 2. Those are just some of the ones that we have. $205 for a couple, $110 for an individual. Go to our website, ccaskidaway.org, and register for the event. It's a great night out. You'll love it. And yeah, one of the things you do get is you get your membership renewed for another year. So that's a $55 value for you and your partner. Okay, next item. All right. This is a fly fishing film tour I wanted to invite you to. It's going to be held down at the Southbound Brewing Company downtown. It's a tour that they come to Savannah to show videos of various fly fishing venues. And people meet at the brewery, have a bunch of hors d'oeuvres, beer, and you watch these videos. It's a worldwide tour that they're on. Come into Savannah for the first time. It's on, let's see, what's the date? March 30th, down at the brewery. Come one, come all. It's sponsored by CCA, Southbound Brewery, and Hale Marine. So come on down and go to the film tour. Thanks.
What I understand is this event has been held elsewhere, and they had to expand it from 1 day to 3 days. That's how interesting it seems to be. Now I'd like to introduce Frank Wood to talk about our fundraiser that he's running. Wait, I got to try to get rid of this thing without screwing. Anybody have a suggestion, Rick? There you go. Do you need to show this? Well, we need to see you with that. too.
We started our 2022 drive just about 2 weeks ago. You can see we've got some things on your right that we do every year here. We just talked about electrofishing and stocking, putting in structure in the lagoons so that smaller animals and feeder fish can find a place to hide. And larger fish can find some shade, get out of the sun perhaps. But we do all of that to keep the fisheries going here in lagoons. We are starting to work doing some tagging in the saltwater lagoons, but we work in cooperation with the Landings Association. We really manage the freshwater lagoons and keep them fishable, and they're in great shape right now. We do that because we have donations, and so far this year, we've got a $25,000 goal, and we're a little over 3,000, little over a third of our way there, pardon me. With $9,240 so far out of our $25,000. You can donate, next slide, Rich. I'm sorry, I thought
He was here.
yeah, your name's not written.
That's okay. What's going on?
Well, there are two ways to donate. Make out a check to CCA Skidaway, CCA Skidaway Island chapter, and you can send it to me at my address above, or click online and you can easily pay it with PayPal or credit card. Either way, you go to ccaskidaway.org and the directions are there, and it's easily followed. And if you can donate, we really need it in order to not just to meet our goal, but to continue to manage the fisheries here on the island. Any thoughts or questions from any of you?
Good job.
Thank you.
And obviously, you're doing a good job because the lagoons are really producing, as Tillman has told us. Okay, so if we're obviously recording this session as we have the last, I guess the last few. And you can go to YouTube if you've missed a meeting, go to YouTube and see it online. So let's get on with it. The reason why you guys are here, ladies are here as well, is we have our guest speaker, Jody Patterson. She has a phenomenal program that's fabulously successful, I'm being told. And she's gonna talk a little bit about Gray's Reef and the remote operated vehicles in the underwater competition. So please help me welcome Jody. You're connected. We got to do this the trick.
Okay, great. Can you all hear me okay? It's going through. Wonderful. Good. Well, thank you so much for joining me this evening. My name is Jody Patterson. I had the pleasure of coming out last year and giving a presentation to you all. So hopefully you all caught that last presentation. If not, it's recorded and you can catch it there if you want to learn a lot more about Gray's Reef National Marine Sanctuary. Today, I'm here to talk to you a little bit about how we are taking blue tech to new depths with the Gray's Reef Mate ROV competition. And quickly, to introduce myself again, I'm Jody Patterson. I'm the director for the Gray's Reef National Marine Sanctuary Foundation. And having worked for the NOAA Managed Sanctuary for over 10 years as an education events coordinator, I'm now the director for the Grace Reef chapter, working to expand funding and community engagement as the sanctuary's chief advocate and local nonprofit partner. So the National Marine Sanctuaries seek to preserve the extraordinary scenic beauty, biodiversity, historical connections, and economic productivity of our most precious ocean ecosystems. Backed by the National Marine Sanctuaries Act, the NOAA managed network of 15 national marine sanctuaries and 2 marine national monuments can serve more than 620,000 square miles of critical habitat. Few places on the planet can compete with the beauty of our national marine sanctuaries. Grace Reef is our iconic southern sanctuary here off the coast of Georgia, and it is supported by diverse partners and stakeholders to promote responsible, sustainable ocean uses that ensures the health of our ocean. Grace Reef National Marine Sanctuary is a living laboratory for research and exploration. With the sanctuary located 20 miles offshore of the Georgia coast, the foundation works to increase student awareness of the remote sanctuary's conservation mission by providing students the opportunity to discover real-world operations in marine science through our MATE ROV competition. Research at Grace Reef, conducted by federal and academic partners, includes geologic habitat assessments, biological studies of fish, invertebrates, reptiles and mammals, oceanographic monitoring of current and tidal flow, atmospheric and chemical sensing of water and air, and so many other areas of study, all of which are supported by technology. The Grace Reef MATE ROV competition highlights these research operations through competition mission simulations, inviting student teams to design, engineer, and compete with underwater robots built to perform specific tasks relating to our industry applications. The Marine Advanced Technology Education, or MATE, mission is to inspire and challenge students to learn and creatively apply STEM skills to solving. Yes, they're not seeing this. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you may not be sharing everything. That should share whatever you're doing. Is this you? And what I do? Slideshow from current. Okay, see if that did it.
Technical glitches. It's okay. So I'll start over from this slide here. Is that good now? Okay, awesome. The Marine Advanced Technology Education, or MATE mission, is to inspire and challenge students to learn and creatively apply STEM skills to solving real-world problems in a way that strengthens their critical thinking, collaboration, entrepreneurship, and innovation. A hallmark of this MATE program is that the competitions are aligned with ocean workforce research and trends, providing a purpose beyond just a project for student participants. Remotely operated vehicles, AKA underwater robots, are used in a variety of fields, including offshore energy, telecommunications, security and defense, search and recovery, construction and inspection, underwater archaeology, aquaculture, science and exploration, and STEM education. Grace Reef hosts the Southeast Regional MATE ROV competition in Savannah, Georgia, which we established in 2004. As the regional coordinator for this innovative STEM challenge, we work with research partners to highlight conservation sciences and careers, with education institutions to expand teacher training, with philanthropic groups to fund early childhood education, and with industry leaders to showcase local skilled workforce opportunities available to participants. Grays Reef offers the only advanced marine industry robotics competition in the Southeast with a focus on ocean conservation, making this a unique opportunity for educators and sponsors to align with our purpose-driven environmental and economically impactful program. Our regional event in Savannah offers multiple skill-based levels for students to compete, including an entry level with stair-step progression to advanced levels classes of competition, allowing students to grow into their skills over the duration of their academic career. Teams participating in the Grays Reef Southeast Regional event range from elementary students in Scout class, middle school students in Navigator class, high school students in Ranger class, 2-year technical school students in Pioneer class, and university students in Explorer class. And my work over the past decade has been to fully develop this marine industry pathway through education with a pipeline, a direct pipeline, to industry professionals and career opportunities, and the development of a knowledgeable and passionate workforce of tomorrow. One of our most advanced competition classes our most advanced, not one, we have 2 now, our most advanced competition classes qualify during our regional event to move up to the MATE World Championship event. This global RV competition draws the top teams from a network of 45 regional contests across the globe and offers a truly unforgettable, life-altering experience. The program is intended to get students excited about STEM, and it motivates them to problem solve, think critically, manage a project, and work together as a team. This experience encourages students to pursue STEM degrees and jobs in the field through participatory exploration of our ocean planet. I recently received an email from a former student who reached out to volunteer for the competition as a judge because she wants to support the next generation of students. She is pictured here along with her quote and her teammates at the 2014 MATE World Championships after winning our Southeast Regional qualifier. She's clearly an example for young women interested in STEM and technology to follow, the proud MATE alum. I'll note that team did not go on to win the World Championship in 2014, but I will give you a little hint that our team last year did. They won worldwide. Well, a unique aspect of this program, and hopefully that video is playing on our Zoom. Good. A unique aspect of the program is that we challenge students to think of themselves as entrepreneurs, putting a business spin on it by asking them to transform their teams into companies or small businesses that are responding to a request for proposals. This process helps them to develop a business acumen, if you will, a sense of how in the real world it takes a team of people, each person bringing their own talents and expertise to the group. So you end up in the situation where the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. The annual MATE mission is designed to feature current research topics with urgent and necessary solutions to our ocean's greatest challenges. Potentially the most memorable example is the Deepwater Horizon Mission Challenge in 2011, where students were challenged to perform a stop-kill method for operation on a broken oil wellhead, as you see being simulated in this video from our regional competition. A few other past mission examples include port and harbor security, remediation of plastic pollution, studying the impact of climate change on coral reefs, and maintaining healthy waterways. The competition mission for 2022 is a focus on the United Nations Decade of Ocean Science. It is intended to cultivate concern among teachers and students for the ocean environment through exploration of the root causes of problems and possible solutions. Competition vehicles are built with concepts in mind that promote understanding of and protection for the marine ecosystem, through scenarios from offshore aquaculture or fish farming practices, blue carbon capture, and marine renewable energy solutions like wind turbines. The innovative student designs, instrument prototypes, and software solutions created by these participants are preparing our students, the future workforce, with knowledge to act sustainably and the skill to advance blue tech industries. We're also inspiring them to dive into climate data and under the ice of Antarctica's Weddell Sea to locate a lost ship. You may have recently heard about the Endurance 22 expedition, which just this past week or two found the final resting place of Shackleton's sunken ice ship. Our regional ROV teams will explore the historical climate data in the marine archaeology hunt during our Mate Challenge this year. To further highlight this mission, an archaeological geologist from the University of Georgia will be joining us to help support that event with his Blue Robotics ROV Heavy. It's an underwater robot that's outfitted very similar to the one that they just used in Antarctica to locate this ship. So he'll be there to help live stream that regional event. But that exposure will also provide students an opportunity to see a commercial robot in action and chat with a marine archaeologist and his student ROV pilots about this type of marine operation. But beyond the skills to build innovative marine technologies, we offer youth and communities a blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable ocean planet. Each task in the Mate RV competition this year embraces ESG, the environmental, social, and governance factors that more companies and organizations are taking into consideration when making business and management decisions. And together we are challenging the community to design and build a remotely operated vehicle to support work that combats climate change, provides clean energy, feeds our growing global population, monitors ocean health, preserves our maritime history, and achieves the conservation goals we have set for our spectacular sanctuaries. Teachers participate in our program as well, and they're offered professional development training opportunities to introduce new skills and refresh on relevant concepts. Mate buildable ROV training kits are used in our workshops and are available for purchase. They include building guides and tutorials, which are aligned with all of the education standards, including Next Generation Science, Common Core, standards for math and ELA, International Society for Technology and Education standards, Partnership for 21st Century Learning Standards, and the Include Ocean Literacy concepts. The teachers report that their professional development STEM learning experiences increase their ocean science knowledge and strengthens their ability to understand and translate content for the students. The teachers then implement their Mate ROV project in the classroom as appropriate for them and their organizations. The participants pictured here from one of our last workshops range from elementary educators to technical college faculty. They're each implementing their Mate ROV project in different ways and to varying experience levels, with some offering a year-round robotics class or an after-school club, or even as a required project for course completion. Our professional development training provides an entry-level understanding to building underwater robots, all the way to advanced applications for sophisticated machinery. And these educators will then lead student teams through building their own ROVs for participation in one of our 5 different competition classes. And the progression of learning begins with our Scout class, which is entry level for teams with minimal experience and technical understanding. These students are typically elementary to middle school in age, and their competition tasks are significantly easier than my previous video example, which features some of our top Ranger class competitors. The Scout teams run through the same mission challenges as the more advanced teams, only their pool's a little bit shallower, the props are larger and easier to manipulate. No cameras or sensors are used in this class, and data processing is simplified at this level. Yet these students are exposed to the challenges and the solutions of the mission operations. They demonstrate their underwater robot and their teamwork during the pool mission attempt at our competition, but we also require them to submit a marketing poster and conduct a verbal engineering interview. These demonstration and communication components are required for all 5 competition classes, with additional requirements for the qualifying World Championship classes, which include Ranger, Pioneer, and Explorer. This progression in learning enables students from 3rd grade to universities an opportunity to challenge themselves at appropriate levels in an authentic research-based experience, well before college. COVID concerns over the past couple of years have inspired a pivot towards remote, virtual reality, and telepresence for social engagement. These platforms facilitate the social interaction, peer-to-peer networking, and shared experience that students value and appreciate about the MATE ROV competition, even when they cannot be there in person. Our regional event was hosted last year as a hybrid event with remote video interviews for team engineering presentations, digital marketing posters, and technical report submissions that are scored in advance of the in-person ROV demonstrations. And to mitigate the virus spread, spectators were not allowed in the competition venue last year. However, the underwater action was live streamed to Twitch and YouTube while simultaneously broadcasting in the MATE VR world on AltSpace. So teams were also challenged to build their own VR world for integration into the MATE World Championship virtual arena and invited to participate in the event through a telepresence track for a global reach. And advanced level competitors are challenged to innovate their vehicles and their control systems for autonomous functions and other sophisticated systems integrated for remote operations. They are offered additional satellite challenges that further engages their STEM skill development, such as the MATE AI Machine Learning Challenge. Last year's competition offered an opportunity for teams to develop custom algorithms for the Microsoft Azure platform to automate the identification of fish species in a video taken at Grays Reef National Marine Sanctuary. The process of counting fish for fisheries management is laborious. It is slow. It is expensive. And this type of AI application streamlines research for efficient and accurate data counts on species presence and abundance, and is a much needed tool in ocean research. But this MATE AI challenge was developed by a couple of Georgia Tech alumni and our former Grays Reef Southeast MATE ROV team competitors at that. This machine learning challenge was also featured in the Journal of Ocean Technology and highlights the MATE program's use of machine learning application for benefits to ocean research. And so alumni of our regional MATE ROV program have celebrated academic and professional successes after the MATE ROV experiences and credit their participation to influencing their career decisions, their college degrees, their STEM majors, and their STEM related jobs. Participating students and teachers have reported a greater ability to solve real world problems, are more organized, and feel better prepared to lead. These program impacts are monitored by a combination of participant registry and post-event surveys from students, teachers, volunteers, and parents. And we welcome the opportunity to broaden participation in this STEM education program so that more students across the Southeast can reap these benefits. And as these students reflect on their t-shirts, the true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. And we offer all regional students the opportunity to imagine a better world and the skills to deliver it. Post-secondary education will further prepare these students for impactful STEM careers. However, college enrollment rate is decidedly poor for pretty much all students across the US, but I'll note 36% for Hispanic, 37% for Black students, 42% for white students, and 59% for Asians. I think we can do a lot more to inspire a diverse student body in pursuits of higher learning, specifically through this program. But I'll also note among robotics engineers, only 8.5% of them are currently women. So we have some work to do across the board. The Grace Reef Foundation is pursuing sponsorship and grant funding for program expansion with the commitment of delivering greater diversity with inclusion in this world-class underwater robotics opportunity. And with funding, we plan to expand teacher professional development training across Georgia, further engaging regional students and learning about Grace Reef National Marine Sanctuary and our Blue Planet. But these experiences offer students workforce readiness with 21st century skills needed to pursue higher education and the meaningful career pathways in the American blue economy. And who has heard that term before? Well, humanity is rapidly expanding its use of the world's ocean. A recent study found that everything from cruise ship tourism to marine aquaculture to mineral extraction has grown rapidly in the past few decades, calling this megatrend the blue acceleration. The blue ocean economy is projected to grow to $3 trillion by the year 2030. And as the ocean industrial revolution gains pace, the need for protection is urgent. Grace Reef National Marine Sanctuary Foundation is engaging the community in learning about ocean sciences, innovating research technologies and marine industries to empower a sustainable blue economy through education and workforce development. So we ask you to join the Grace Reef Mate ROV Competition Network as team mentors, as event volunteers, or as sponsors, and provide the community with an opportunity to explore the ocean environment, the challenges of our changing climate, the impacts of industry, and opportunities that await in the blue economy through STEM career pathways. So together we are taking blue tech to new depths for the purpose of protecting the biodiversity of life here in Georgia and throughout our ocean planet. Thank you all for your time. I have left some membership invitations for you on the table over there if you would like to join the foundation and our work, or leave me your email address if you have some interest in volunteering with us at the upcoming Grace Reef Southeast Regional Mate ROV Competition, May 7th here in Savannah. I'm happy to take questions if anyone has them. Yes, sir. Did you? Let's see here.
Yeah, the group of ladies, about 16.
Here,
Right there in the center.
you recognize some new teams will be joining us this year. So we have about 20 some teams that participate here at our regional competition. A lot of them are Metro Atlanta and western parts of the state. The last 5-10 years, I've put a concerted effort on building more local team participation. So the faculty members that you see there are from Tybee Island Maritime Academy, from St. Peter's, St. Andrews. Yes, St. Andrews. We also have a teacher from Woodville Tompkins and Savannah Tech. So we should have a nice assortment of local students that are participating this year and a bunch that are coming on board in the next year or two. So exciting. After the competition here. So the World Championship event this year is in Long Beach, California. That is where the World Championship will be held. There'll be an in-person and a telepresence track. So it will be a global competition for those teams that can travel. And those that cannot will be remotely participating. Any other questions? It is, yes. I mean, it was less open last year just with COVID concerns. But yes, that we will allow teams, for the most part, will be set up outside under the tent. So if you don't feel comfortable into the facility, you could walk through the pit row, if you will, and sense of those that are in the competition.
In other words, the people that are our age.
Yeah. But that being said, there are kits that you can build, and I can point you in the direction that build kit. For competition, though, it is, you would need to be enrolled in school. So if you're a student, you probably qualify you somehow. All right. Thank you all very much. I do. I still give workshops. They're predominantly teacher professional development. I think the one you're referring to is the training, and it was really made for volunteers. Some of those students to just refresh their skills. But as available again, we're all nonprofits, so we're independent, and hopefully we'll land a couple of grants that will enable us to do more work.
Thanks for reminding. So those of you who are here tonight, hopefully you're all members, and if you're not members, you'll consider being members. We're involved in a lot of activities, as shown here. One of our proudest moments is the license plate. And since 2017, we, in conjunction with DNR, have raised $740,000 that is reinvested into the Georgia coast. Here's a number of events we have coming up over the next 90 days. We have seminars every month, and we have a spring excursion that's in the planning stage right now, where we're going to get out, from this January, February, March weather and get outside. And it'll be a tour with Captain Mike Neal, and we're pinning down an excursion date for that. Then we're going to be stocking the lagoons. Last year, we put between 40 and 50,000 feeder fish into the freshwater lagoons here. We have seminars on the 11th. We have a fly fishing clinic coming up. It'll be following the April 11th fly fishing seminar. About a week to 10 days afterwards, there'll be a hands-on fly fishing clinic here on the island. And Doug Painter will be conducting that along with Chad DeBose from Rivers and Glen, the Orvis store downtown. May 3rd, May 3rd we have coming up is the big banquet that Tom talked about, our 22nd annual banquet. We hope you'll be attending that. We have a May 9th seminar at St. Peter's here, as well as Captain Mike Neal, who's going to take us on the excursion, also gives very interesting talks, discussions about experiences he's had out here with his, he has a couple of crafts. And then we have a freshwater fishing clinic coming up that Jeff Harper will be conducting. We got rave reviews on that from last year. If you want to learn about the lagoons and freshwater fishing, he's a great guy to take you for the clinic. And we'll have a saltwater clinic in the fall. Then we have our annual Kids Fishing Derby on May 28th. The ones in reds, we need volunteers for. So if you would consider it, we need for the Kids Fishing Derby, we need people for crowd control, because we have an average of about 125 kids, primarily from the island, but sometimes we do entertain the children from Hunters Army Air Force Base, as well as Salvation Army. Next month, Chad DeBose and Doug Painter will be conducting a seminar on fly fishing. It's a very popular event, and a good chance we'll be giving away in a raffle. We'll be raffling off a fly rod and reel. So for tonight, let's get on to tonight's business. So tonight, we're raffling a 2-hour cruise for 12 Bull River Cruises with Mike Neal on his 45-foot excursion boat. It has a head on it, by the way. So you can extend the time or the number of people. It'll hold up to 40 people. So if you are lucky enough to win it and you want to expand it, go beyond 12, there's an incremental charge, but he can hold a lot more people and he can extend for more time. So let's see, who wants to do the drawing, Stan? Jody, you gonna do the drawing for us? Uh-oh. It's your last chance to beat the other couples. Sir. Okay.
You have the 11th there, and then if you go to the next slide, I think it's
Yeah. Okay, guys, we have another, tonight has been faux pas night. We have had a rough night, both at the board meeting and out here. It's the second Monday. We go back from the third Monday to the second Monday. So it'll be the 11th. This is correct, the 11th. And then when you sign up on the website, it will be correct. Not right now. Uh-oh. Okay, so there are a number of board members that have bought tickets that they're involved here. So Jody, where did Jody? There you are over there. Jody, would you pull a winner for us and announce the numbers, please? Let's hear the winner here.
I got it.
Hey.
Good. Congratulations.
I do. Yes. Anne is a recent new grandmother, or first, and her grandson put his parents. This is what I think they would like to do.
It'll be great. Look what Grandpa did for him.